other guy.
They said we was eating good. The shoulder's tip.
Hey, you're up there, okay?
Hi, welcome to the Jimmy O Show. Don't be scared, Dad.
You're scared dead, right here. Welcome back. My guest host there, and guest stars insisted on being on. We are here, very special episode. They're all special, but it was really special because these are our Player of the Year episodes. And so we'll start with some of those guys. Two of our Defensive Players of the Year, Dorian Williams, Macon Clark. How we doing, guys?
Doing
Pretty good. How are you?
Wonderful, man.
Yes,
And our Defensive Newcomer of the Year, Mr. Patrick Jenkins. Pat, how we doing, bud?
Doing good.
Great. Welcome, guys. Guys, before we get started, we want to once again ask everyone, if you haven't done so yet, it's not too late. Get to the ftwcollective.com page. Check out what we're doing here for the Tulane student athletes to promote their name, image, and likeness and give them opportunities in that regard. Also, our charity partner for this week, Son of a Saint, we did a great event with them last night. We're able to do something with Michael Pratt where he's going to be doing a promo for that organization. But there's always something going on there, man. They were having a Christmas dinner for some of the kids. They were doing presents. In that regard, talk to those folks. They're looking to get some kids up to the game. They're looking for some sponsors to do that. So if somebody out there has it in their heart and they want to get some of the Son of the Saint guys over to Dallas for the Cotton Bowl, please reach out to either them or you can contact me. I'll put you in touch with the right people to work with those guys. It'd be great to get some of those kids out there. Big Tulane fans in that group. Guys.
Yes, sir. For sure.
All right. So this isn't any normal show, man. Y'all had y'all Players of the Week, but this is Player of the Year. It's been quite a year.
Nah, I have, sure.
You know, and guys, you know, Nick, Dorian, and Macon, you guys were guests back in the gym before the season ever started, and you know, I always had this idea that we would have a Player of the Year, but I didn't think it would be quite the year that you guys had.
Yeah.
And so, how we feeling? We're now what 2-3 weeks out before we go to Dallas. Not that long even, right? About 12 days, 10 days, something like that. How we feeling? How's preparation coming along?
I feel great. You know, last couple of weeks we've been just working on, getting everybody's bodies back and getting them conditioned, getting faster, stronger. And I think Kirk has been doing a great job. Coach Hessley been doing a great job of, getting guys together and really building everybody's bodies back up for sure.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, lots of responsibilities. It's recruiting weekend, right?
Yeah.
Finish finals. Just finished finals this week.
Yes,
Everybody's done. We all did all right.
I took my last one.
Pretty good.
All right. Macon, was that your last final forever? You done with school now?
I'm done with school.
Man, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
So I guess what happened when you finish up in December? Do you walk the stage in the spring, or is there a ceremony?
I already walked, so my diploma should be in the mail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already did it. Okay.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome. And then Big Pat, you got a little while before you finish up.
Yeah. After next spring, I'll be graduating. So.
How was the first year at Tulane? Academically, how was the adjustment?
It wasn't a big adjustment because TCU, their school was big on academics too, so it wasn't a big adjustment. I feel like it was kind of the same. So.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's a time it's probably good to shout out. Not that you guys need all that much help. You watch you guys play. Obviously, very smart guys. Running Coach Hamp's defense like his elementary. That's a very complicated thing. Obviously, very intelligent. But time to shout out the academic support here. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
The men and ladies that support you guys, just in terms of helping with the tutoring, helping keep on schedule, understanding what's the best sort of strategy, right? Are there anybody in particular that y'all found particularly helpful in that department over your career?
Courtney and Destiny they do a great job of getting guys. Destiny's over the defense and Courtney's over the offense, and they do a good job of keeping guys on top of their stuff. Make sure we get stuff turned in, and glad to see they have a passion for it. They really enjoy being out there looking after our grades. It's a good time.
Yeah. How about y'all?
Yeah, I had a couple ladies because I've been here for a pretty long time. So I had to shout out Lauren and Destiny. They helped me through this process. It's been a long process for me. And I don't really like school, but they pushed me to work hard and just finish out strong, and everything worked out good.
Yeah. Now, Macon, look, I was just at my Christmas lunch with she's not my newest now, but one of my associates at my law firm grew up with you, JC Long. She's Smith now.
Oh, yeah.
She said to tell you hi.
So that's it, hey.
Now, she likes school because she's a lawyer now.
Yeah,
now, if you decide you like it, you can go to law school and come join the firm, too. We can have a River Parish law firm going.
I think about it. I think about joining y'all.
You can play some ball or something, and when you come back, you think about going to law school, you come join the firm. All right. So, guys, let's talk about just the season for a minute. I know that there was a lot of confidence in the room that a special season was ahead. Was there a particular point in the season that you guys sort of identified as a defense that was a turning point or a moment that really kind of you felt proved that y'all were something special?
Well, we always practice, against the offense. We really get after those guys. I think, I think y'all see it, man. The spring games and stuff, we be beating up on the offense. So we always have, utmost confidence in our guys, going out there and then to see, what our offense does against other teams is like, wow, like, these guys are special too. So, I mean, it's great, man, to go out there and compete against them every time, man. Yeah, you knew it. We all knew what they could do. Yeah. It was just proving us what we could do.
Yeah, the offense have a lot of weapons. They made us better throughout the season, and we seen that in fall camp. We used to go at it. I feel like we won fall camp.
Yeah, for sure.
they think they did, but I think we had the upper hand and won. But yeah, I think they made us better throughout the year.
I feel like the Kansas State game changed everything. It woke everybody up to say all right, we're a very good defense.
Right. Well, yeah, and because you had experience with them at TCU, and I mean they're known for being bullies up front. Like they got the big offensive line, they bully you, and then Deuce kind of gets hidden back there behind those mountains, and he's running for 200 yards, and to me, I guess that because Alcorn didn't show me much, just because y'all were so much more talented, and even UMass was sort of the same. They had some success with the quarterback run, and I told somebody at halftime, I was like, "Look, we're gonna make one little adjustment. Watch, shut them down."
Definitely.
Sure enough, it happened.
That's what we did.
Right, but then Kansas State, I was like, I didn't know because I thought that team was really good before they got all their accolades. It doesn't surprise me they end up winning the Big 12 because you just the way they play, their physical brand of ball, they don't kill themselves. Like you beat them at their own game.
Yep.
And that to me was the eye opener because we were the tougher, more physical team in Manhattan, Kansas that day, right?
Yes,
But look, it's no defense. I got a bone to pick with y'all about winning camp. Y'all always win camp. If the defense is not winning camp because they know all our plays, the defense is not winning camp. Y'all,
That's
real
a
bad
problem. Yeah,
defense.
it's a problem.
Because I remember, look, spring before 97, we went 7-4. It was the first time we had a winning season. First game we came out, we scored 38 points or something, which was a lot back then, back in the old days. In that first game, and it was like, whoa, we got an offense. Because if you'd have watched the spring game and you'd have watched fall camp, you'd have thought this team couldn't put 10 points up.
Yeah,
and we lighten people up. So I know exactly what y'all talking about when you saw your guys go out and perform. It's like, okay, they're pretty good.
Yeah, sure.
And so, you guys, well, you particularly, Dorian, Pat, kind of dealing with the guys in the middle, Big Prince. Let's talk about our offensive newcomer of the year. Man, the man hurt some people out there. Like, I was watching, you saw Prince throw a 320-pound man like a rag dog against UCF.
That was crazy.
I was like, you had to pack your lunch pad a little bit to line up against that guy in practice.
Him and Caden were great additions to the offensive line, man. And those guys, they get after in practice, man, but they'll take care of you, man. I know a couple times those guys could have messed up in practice, man, and they kept me up, man. Thankful for those guys, man. Thankful, the impact they had on the team for sure.
Yeah, and of course, Sincere in the middle of them. I mean, we Sincere's put up some highlights in his career as well, taking Pip Pumphrey, whatever his name is, at Oklahoma, was a big draft pick, having a good rookie year in the league. Yeah. He was Prince's little child. Sincere's little child in that game. So I enjoy watching the big boys get after it, and you know, we saw it all year, particularly down the stretch. It was just something to watch them. And so you know, it's a every phase thing. A team as successful as yours, everybody in every phase has to bring it, and you guys played special teams as well.
Indeed.
So I guess you probably got to take a little pride in that, Dorian. You know, the defensive star, all this, all conference, and all these things. But you were a special teams player of the week, what, 3 or 4 times?
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. You know, special teams. You know, Coach Fritz that's part of the game plan is winning special teams. So you know, he put his guys out there on special teams for sure. And, you know, Mac, you know, we all go down there and run down on kickoff and punt, you know, just trying to make plays, man. We trying to call the turnover before the defense even gets out there.
Right.
It's a great time going out there, man. Flying downfield, just hitting. Just hitting.
Let's talk a little bit about Macon, some of your compadres that back there in the back end. I think coming into the season as a fan on the outside, or even somebody who follows the program closely like me, I mean, I knew we had a really good outside corner in Jaden Kennedy. Right? I knew that guy could play. Lance had an up and down season last year. Didn't know anything about J-Bo.
Yeah.
How about the guys on the outside and the job they did all year? J-Bo and Lance really throughout the season after Kennedy went down. I mean, got to give some love to those guys for locking it down on the outside.
They had a great season. I think Coach JJ and Coach Hamp and Coach CY put us in the best position. At practice, we work on technique most of the time, like at practice. So, and we get extra film in. They just had to make a big step up after Jaden Kennedy went down, and I think they did pretty good. They had a solid season, and yeah, they did a pretty good job for the defense.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, and I think a hallmark really they brought, you know, particularly J-Bo, you know, the physicality brought on the edge. A lot of times college football, you know, you got corners that don't want to mix it up too much, you know. I mean, he was willing to mix it up. So.
Yeah, he was coming out making a good bit of contact.
Yeah, I mean, and so that was the thing. And then you playing really a third linebacker, but it was a nickel back position. You're considered a safety, a defensive back. I mean, and making hit highlight reels. I mean, we could do a clip of all season long and just laying people out. I mean, to me, that was the edge, right? Like you got you're sound. We're talented. We hit the quarterback, I think, 3rd or 4th most in the country, something like that. Even our sack numbers weren't that high. We were rushing 3-4 a lot, and we had almost the most quarterback hits in the country, top 10 in the country.
I know that.
You do all those things well, but when you bring that extra level of physicality as a unit, you know, you see it in the 4th quarter, right? Other teams kind of gets tired of.
Yes, sir. Tired of getting hit.
Yeah.
Tired of getting hit.
Did y'all sense that at all during the season?
Yes, sir. In the locker room, you know, everybody pride themselves on hitting hard. You know, it's a thing if you don't hit hard. You know, we're like, oh no, that guy, you don't hit hard, man. But we know like at one point in the game, you're gonna get tired of getting hit hard. You're gonna get tired of getting hard. You're gonna run out of bounds. You're gonna slide. You're not gonna make moves that you want to make. Because we're getting hit every time. Yeah. And we had guys flying all over, man.
Bro, these dudes be hitting hard. I'd run to the ball, and it'd be a train wreck. Like,
no, I know it.
It'd be crazy, like.
I see it. I mean, it's just in the motor, too, you know, chop block, whatever, get back to the feet, you know, still getting after it. I mean, just the whole thing. I mean, it's like your coach's dream, y'all's unit, you know, and Nick walked in, he's out there in the back, but y'all were a coach's dream, I'd imagine, because it's you know, y'all actually listen. And y'all apply what they bring to the table. But, I mean, you do all the intangible stuff, the effort level, right, the physicality level. I mean, that's championship football. That's what all the best do. Because your offense could go out and have a bad day, you know, and all that. But we knew we could count on you guys throughout the season. And you as the players of the year, I mean, you were guys, y'all three, and, you know, Nick. And so, I mean, everybody was a big part of it. But y'all get the accolades for being the guys of the year.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about legacy. I think that's important. My daughters are out here in the Feels Like 98 shirts, and they're obsolete now. Now we need Feels Like 22 shirts. Yeah. And I'm hoping, and I think the truth of the matter is we don't have to wait 24 more years for championships at Tulane because of what y'all did this year. And I don't know what y'all realize what y'all have done for the guys who are going to be following you in terms of name, image, and likeness and opportunities. but I'm getting calls from people they didn't know who I was. I mean, people who got net worths of, they got 8, 9 figures in those things, right?
Exactly.
And they're interested now in supporting our student athletes. In that opportunity, in the recognition, when we were at Sunday Saint yesterday, like, you don't have to like say, hey, you know who this is? This is Michael Pratt for Tulane. Like, hey, that's Michael Pratt, and y'all see it around town, right? That's number 2. That's Macon Clark. So the visibility, but the opportunities that people are going to have going forward. Pat, you got some years left, right?
Yes,
You get to cash in on some of
the benefits, man.
But I just want y'all to recognize the legacy that you're leaving for others, right? And I guess it's fitting because of the, Dorian, we're trying to get the show on the road, man. You're out there finding an extension cord and stuff for us. You're a service guy, and you serve others, and it's a beautiful thing. But talk to me a little bit about how does it make you? Is there a feeling of pride knowing that you've now, your group has started a legacy that's going to carry on for years now, and like the new era of Tulane football?
Yes, sir. I think all these guys, we all did a great job, building a great culture here. And then, out of the last 3 years, and I really didn't feel like Tulane really had a strong culture, you know what I mean? And I can truly say now, I feel like this last year we had a Tulane culture, a family culture, man. And the biggest thing to me was building a dynasty. I want to have something, to come back to. That's why I push our younger guys so much, man. Like, Platt, like, man, this is supposed to be y'all team. Like, next year, this is your defense, man. You're going to be a linebacker on this defense. You got to be a leader. Like, just pushing the younger guys so, the Tulane fans, Tulane community, we can keep the ball rolling, man. I want to build a dynasty, That's not just 1 year, one AAC championship, man. Just keep rolling on top of it. We already telling guys, man, hey, I come back next year, I want another ring. I want one of the rings too, man.
Yeah.
Macon?
I mean, I feel like we left a big impact for the next team. I feel like we could keep going because we set a good culture, and we just got to keep it going, stay disciplined, and just do the little things that we did this year. And I feel like everything will work out good. We have a pretty good back end, and I feel like we could be in the good hands with Coach Ham and Coach JJ and Coach CY. They put us in the best position to win. And I think. Oh yeah, matter of fact, we was on the way home, me and Lance. I was like, bruh, I don't know if you realize, but we just made history. That was crazy, and I'm still shocked by it. Like, we made history, so.
You did, man.
Yeah, I'm really proud of that. Me and my team.
You should be. It's amazing, and the coolest thing, as awesome it was, see y'all on the field and everything else. The coolest thing for me was all my guys I lived with back in '98. They dog cussed some guys between us and y'all about how soft they were and terrible they were. They didn't have pride anymore in the program because of where it had gone. They all came. They were all sitting up there with me, and they were all about, we all got to dinner later. And I mean, that was the coolest part of the weekend because it was all my guys, right? We all got to get back together with pride about what y'all did for us and what y'all did for this program. But I think, like I was saying, I think we're going to see this a lot more frequently now.
Yes, sir, for sure.
And it's because of all the hard work y'all put in, the sacrifice, putting others first. And Macon, man, I know you didn't feel like this might be where it ended up when you started this journey, man. But we're here, right?
Yeah.
And we got one more 1-0. Y'all ready for Dallas?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, there's no doubt, man. I can't wait to watch y'all play there. All right. Well, look. So I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Congratulations on being Players of the Year.
Thank
Be
you.
the way Players of the Year.
Thank you.
Highly. It was hard competition because y'all were so good. There was a lot of worthy candidates, and I couldn't pick a better group though to represent us for these awards. Thank y'all very much for all y'all have done for us.
Thank you.
Thank you for all y'all done for us, man.
All right. That'll do it for this episode of the Jimmy O Show. Till next time, roll wave.